Alright guys, we should be live within a couple of minutes anyways. Let's check. Right here. Just give me a couple of minutes. I will be back in a couple of... Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully the sound and everything is working alright. I had to kind of make a new setup and everything. So yeah. So I'm not sure if like the audio is just working correctly or not. Just let me know. Like I don't want to be like yelling you guys to death or some shit. But anyways, okay. Welcome guys to another stream, I guess. I mean, this is basically going to be a beta. I'm thinking, yeah. This is gonna be a beta for what I'm planning to do a podcast later on with another YouTuber. His name is Tokiri. You might want to search it up. I can't exactly link you guys right now. But yeah. So we're planning to do a podcast maybe fortnightly, just on general FGO stuffs and whatnot. If you guys have any suggestions for topics, do hit us up. You know, just drop a comment or anything, and we'll record that and we'll do a podcast. But yeah, we're in the plans for it, so it won't be this week. But we're considering we might start next week. Anyways, I'm here. So what we're doing today is I'm just gonna play FGO and do my daily grind and whatnot, and my NA grind, which I've been neglecting for like the past couple of days or so. And while I'm doing it, feel free to, you know, just pop in a question if you want me to answer it, and like anything FGO related, I'll just talk about it to my best abilities. And sorry about that. I'm doing this live on my phone, so okay. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be doing my XP grind. What's up? Billy, everything's okay, but yeah. I mean, cause you guys really wanted... Whoa, shit, sorry. Bear with it for a second or so. Okay, there we go. I don't know if that was super loud for you guys, but it was for me. Okay, there we go. I forgot to set that up. I'm sorry. But yeah, so like, really, ask me something or tell me to do something. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here and grind EXP. What are my thoughts on the new servants and the JP side. If we're talking about the Agartha servants, right? Okay, let's talk about Caster of Night Castle first. I'm just gonna call her that in case you guys haven't finished the story or caught up. Actually, you guys probably would know at this point already anyway, but I need to tune down your voice a bit more. Alright, give me a couple of minutes. I'll roll it a bit. But, Akasta is fairly weak, in my opinion. She's got her niche, but fuck this shit. Just turn down my phone a bit. Wow. Okay. I rolled a bit. Okay. But okay. So let's go over her skills, right? The first one is a AoE God Drain, I think, and a self steroid. So arts up 30% for one turn. So that skill itself is okay, and AoE Drain is actually very useful. That's actually one of the reasons why I think Kiara is a lot better than what you think she is, because she has a skill that's similar, AoE Drain. I think it's AoE Drain? I don't know, I may be wrong. I can't remember her kit. Fuck. But, okay. Then we have her charm. The charm is 60%, I think. And defense up is really strong, but only for 2 turns. Which is, eh. The charm being only on males is kind of iffy. Because it's kind of like a waste of a slot in, like a lot of the cases, it'll be a waste of a slot. That's the problem. So you don't want that to be the case. Wow, I killed the wave. Shit. I'm not strong enough to do 40 AP yet. And her last skill was... What was her last skill again? I gotta pull up her kit. I don't remember. Shit. Give me a second. Like, I have to actually think for NA server because I suck so bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up her stats now. Server. There we go. Okay. But my impressions of the caster was that she was very niche. Because her last skill, was it? Gives her damage reduction against kings. That's right. If I remember correctly. I should have attacked up. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, here we go. So it's her first skill is a high chance to decrease charge by 1. At max it's 100%. And it's only a single target, so that's kind of worse than I thought. It's like, I mean, that's like, it's better than Tamaro's skill, because Tamamo is straight up only the charge reduction, but her skill, what is it? It meshes well with her kit. That's the thing. In Caster of the Castle, Night Castle, whatever it is, in her kit, it doesn't really mesh that well. So it kind of gives it a negative there. But I mean, she's kind of tanky in terms of kings. But other than that, okay. The second skill is a AoE charm. Yep, and I was right, 60%, I think. Yeah, 60% at max, I was right. And increase defense for 2 turns by 40%. And if you compare that to, again, Tamamo, because she also has a defense skill. Her one lasts for 3 turns, but she has a steroid on 1 turn. This one is like strong on 2 turns. And that's it. I think it's so-so in comparison if we're just talking straight up defense only. I like Tamamo's one better because you can choose to proc it on an MP turn, right? With a bunch more shields. So say you have Mashu's defense up and Hans's defense up at the same time. This is just an example composition, right? Wait, you wanted me to gacha, right? I'll do it later after talking. But, okay. But Caster's skill, I guess for 2 turns she gets stronger, but I don't like the fact that its duration is only 2 turns. But it's strong though, it's 40%. Yeah, 40% is nothing to scoff at. That's actually pretty strong for 2 turns. That's actually not bad. And the last one is a Guts. Oh god, a Guts. Man. There's only one Guts in the game that I like and it's Hassan's. King Hassan's, sorry. All the other Guts, their values are too low. So I don't particularly like it. And her NP is AoE. With extra damage, bonus damage against kings. Yeah, bonus damage against kings. That in itself is okay. But I've heard the damage values for her NP. I haven't actually tested her out myself. I heard the damage values for her NP was actually very low. So, yeah. So I feel like she's niche at best. You can play her kind of tanky. She has a defense up skill. And if you have her against male kings, then she's a really good staller because of the NP gorge reduction and the charm. I mean, 60%, but it's an AoE charm. AoE charm is, I guess it's nice. So. But yeah, the English translations. Yeah, apparently they were on a very tight budget. So a tight deadline. That's stuff what I mean. They probably have a decent budget, but their deadline was like really short. Okay, so let's talk about the Assassin and the Berserker. Okay, my first impressions of the Assassin, right? Really good support on Liz tier. And in case you guys don't know, Liz Lancer is actually really fucking good as a support. So you best not be underestimating that shit. So her skills are okay. The first one is torture techniques. The same skill from Liz Lancer. It's defense down, a single target, 20% up at max. And I actually quite like that because it's actually almost equivalent to a charisma 20% buff on a single target. The only downside of this is that you only target one enemy, of course, and the other is that some enemies have, mag resist. So, in those cases, you might miss your debuff. And it's happened to me like once or twice before, and it's pretty sour when you get hit by, when you miss your debuff. But other than that, it's actually pretty decent. Okay, the second skill is Imperial Privilege, which I've always thought was shaky. Because it's a 60% chance to increase attack and defense, but the buffs themselves are actually really high. They're like 40% or something. So if you do hit the percentage, so if you do hit the chance buff, it's actually really freaking amazing. Slap that, yeah, okay. But other than that, yeah. I mean, you can mitigate that with using Aussie, because he has a skill that increases chance buff skills, percentage of actual proccing by like 40% or something. So it basically guarantees, which would make it turn amazing. But otherwise, if you look at it in the case of the chance of it proccing is so, then just think of it as a heal with bonuses. And the heal at max is what? 3k, I think? 2.8. So 2.8k. That's not bad. You think Servant's HP is like what? Maybe 11k average? I can't remember what her HP is. Let's say her HP is 10k. 10.8k. I was pretty close. 10.8k. So it heals like what? Almost a quarter? Around about a quarter. Something like that. I don't know. I can't be bothered doing the math. Hey, what's up? So it heals about a quarter HP on a cooldown of 5 turns. Yeah, 5 turns at max. It's actually pretty okay. And 60% chance of both buffs means that it's more likely you'll hit at least one of them. Sure. And her last skill is a charisma with a bonus quick up to allies. So not herself. I admit, when I saw that, I was pretty sour that it didn't buff herself, but I was like, okay, I mean, yeah, that probably would be a little bit broken, but dude, he's so cool. I want him. I'm sad I missed him, but okay. And her MP, okay. Oh, let's go back to the buff of it. Her buff is really fucking good. It's like it's about a 40% attack buff. So if you guys don't know how different types of buffs work, is that the formula for damage, right? This is a little bit mathematical, and I didn't do the calculations. I'm talking. I read this off someone else's post. Okay, what the formula does, right, is that it stacks on buffs of the same kind. So if you have multiple attack buffs, they add together. But if you have different buffs, like an attack up and a quick up, they actually multiply. So they give a bigger buff overall. I'm not sure what the actual value is, but yeah. Alright, you want me to gacha, right? Okay, let's go gacha then. But I don't have any gems on NA server, so I'll do it on my Jap server. Okay. 10, 10. All right, 10. Sure, whatever. I'm not gonna look at my phone. Let's just look at the chat. Okay. Yeah, George actually applies Dragon Trait, so that's why people pair him with Siegfried. But anyway, okay, back to the assassin, right? Her NP is a single target quick NP. Okay. Single target quick with increased crit damage up. Ooh, I see. I read a review saying that her NP, that her playable, like how to play her was very similar in how you play Suzuka Gozen because of this NP. So basically, the fact that she's an assassin kind of detracts from her being able to get stars because assassins don't have all that high of a star weight. But being an assassin, I would assume that you'd be playing her in a quick team. So what you do in... So you would have a lot of stars because you're playing her in a quick team. I'm sorry, bro! You'll get her eventually! She's a 4-star! You'll definitely get her eventually. So, in that sense, yeah, Jack has the highest star rate. So Jack kind of mitigates the whole, I'm an assassin so I can't pick up stars. By the whole, I generate too much stars to give a fuck anyway. Just because I can't pick up stars doesn't mean there won't be enough for me to pick up anyway. Shit like that. So basically, if you go with that idea with the assassin, with Assassin of Castle, whatever it is, then I think all of it will work out fine. Because her kit, her MP buffs her crit damage. So what you want to do is you want to be able to pull off... What the fuck?! Okay, there you go! Horrid gacha! That was like the worst gacha I've had in a long time. Good! Okay, I need to get rid of my bad luck until fucking summer. Okay. Oh, I need to waste stamina here too. RRP 30 quartz, boys. Exactly! That could have been spent in summer raid up! But no! You guys had to ask for me to roll, so here I am, wasting my 30 quartz for you guys. Are you entertained? Nah, I'm just kidding. That's alright. Now screw you, Dip! I'm done! I did my 30! But yeah, so with the Assassin's Kit, basically you want to hit off her NP first, so you can start rolling. So in that sense, it's a little bit slow because you have to NP first to up her crit damage. But otherwise, I think it's okay. Even without, she's basically supporting everyone anyway, so she's actually really good. Yeah, man! I'm using Astolfo because it's got 50% MP charge, bro! Like, before that, I had my Astolfo, like, under-leveled, and I still wasn't using him. I'm just like, whatever, I don't care about Astolfo, right? But after the 50% MP charge, I'm like, max this skill, straight up max the skill. and now I'm, like, using him in my farming team. So, yeah, the assassin is actually really fucking good as a support. And then she can do damage herself. So... Screw that! No money, bruh! Okay. So let's go over the Berserker of El Dorado, right? Oh, that buff is actually really new. What, maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago? So, yeah, it's like a strengthening interlude or some shit. The Egyptian caster is Nidocris. I assume you missed her, yeah, like, she had a pickup when Camelot first came around, I think. Yeah, it's Camelot, yeah, that's right. Okay. But anyways, back to the Berserker, because I keep jumping topics. Nah, my Nito's like MP2. Okay, now I've got some breathing room. I'll go back to here. I don't want to mention something because that would probably really salt you heavily. But yeah, I have an MP4 that will probably salt you. That's all you need to know. I'm not going to say anything else. Okay, back to the Berserker because I keep missing. Okay. Her first skill is a Charisma. Second skill is Golden Rule Beauty. Oh. And third skill is AoE Buster Up and Greek Mythology Damage Up. Oh, okay. So, okay, Charisma is a given, and it's nice. In my personal opinion, I think Charisma is like, it's okay. Damage is good. I guess it helps you win a damage race, but by my playstyle, I would rather things that help keep you alive than things that help kill your opponents. I mean, in that sense, right? You can kill your opponents faster to keep yourself alive, but in the event that, you know, you can't actually reach that threshold, that damage is just a number and it's wasted. So in terms of normal gameplay, it's fine, especially since she's a Berserker. So Charisma, like more damage buffs, is perfectly fine for a Berserker because that's what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to hit hard with a Berserker. Okay, so let's go over to Golden Rule Beauty, right? Golden Rule Beauty gives a debuff immunity for 3 turns. Is that straight up debuff immunity? Wow, OP! So the reason why I say OP, right, is because servants usually get a debuff, what was it? Sorry. Debuff immunity increase. As not as in not. Oh damn, the screen turned off again. Oh god. Sorry about that, guys. Just what the fuck? Okay. What's up? Can you guys still hear me? Okay, give me a sec, guys. The screen decided to turn off for some reason, so shit's kind of gone and messed up on me. So I'm gonna need to turn off the thing. Settings. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm still around. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Let's just say that the setup that I'm on, right, is really fucking stupid. The TV screen likes to turn off at random times. It does not give a fuck. so hot. I gotta turn on the aircon. It's way too hot. You see my struggles? I struggle, man. I have a hard time just doing this shit here. Especially since I'm myself. So, I'm doing this by myself. Ah, fuck me. Okay. Okay. Get over there. You get over there. You get over there. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'll get to that question after I finish with Berserker. So, okay, like servants normally don't get a straight up debuff immunity, whereas she gets a debuff immunity, like straight up debuff immunity. It doesn't say anything else here. So unless the stats here are wrong, that's fucking amazing already. Like, don't underlook that shit, because getting debuffed is fucking annoying. Yeah, I'm actually using a TV. So yeah. I know it's fucking stupid, but bear with me, guys. If that happens again, you know, I can't do anything about it. And on top of that, okay, you think of the debuff immunity as a bonus, okay? Because like if that was just by itself, it'd be kind of because you know debuffs immunity is really good, but normally it's useless. But on top of that, it comes with a MP charge per turn for 3 turns. Yeah, 3 turns. Starting at 10% at base and 20% at max. The bad thing about this, you can't instant NP. So when you go into a battle or you switch in, you can't use it and go straight up and just instant NP. The good thing is that it's an MP charge anyway. And it's 20% at max. So you slap on a K-scope, wait a turn, next turn you can nuke. Easy. Or you use it over time. Easy. You know? And with Berserker of El Dorado, right? How her kit looks is like she looks to be doing damage over time. So in that sense, you'll be wanting to build her MP over and over again through... I mean, away from Merlin's just too easy, man. So, I mean, I guess you'd have to use 2 triple arts dudes to buff, to be able to get the MP chains. But if you don't, anyway, she gets 60% herself, and probably off her own attacks and off any damage that she'll probably get close to about, what, 80, 90? Yes, you can use it immediately after NP. That's also a very good thing. I will go over her third skill, right? Her third skill is an AoE buster buff. Okay, and it's 30%, which is reasonable. If it was 50%, that would be fucking broken. But that's okay. I mean, she already has a charisma, and again with multiplicative buffs, so that's good. Slap you. Okay. And then she gets her own damage increase against Greek heroes. And there's not many of them. I think it was male Greek heroes? Yeah, male Greek heroes. There's not many of them. There's like 5 or something. There's Orion, Heracles, Achilles when he comes out, Hector, I can't remember the others. But yeah. Dude, if she was 50% for 3 fucking turns, that's amazing. Like, legit, that is amazing. That would be amazing, but it's too broken. So let's not take that into account. And then her own buff against the male Greek heroes, right, is 100% at max for 3 turns. She's angry. Oh god. That's a hell of a lot of damage against male Greek heroes. Does her MP have a bonus? No? No, okay. Her NP itself doesn't have a bonus for Greek heroes or anything. That's okay. I think, in fact, that's actually good. So it doesn't mitigate her damage from NP, but all in all, that's fine. It's a single target NP, and what does it do? Inflict NP seal. Not bad. Not bad. Inflicting NP seal helps with stalling. I think in Eldorado's case though would be helps in terms of damage race. So because she's a berserker, you think of her more in the way of trying to race damage. So you're trying to win with damage first. That's what most berserkers are for anyway. So with an MP seal, you can, yeah. But then if you MP and they're not dead, and you MP seal, okay, that's so-so. Because like the whole point of NPing, right? Usually you would try to kill upon NP. If you can't kill upon NP, then she has the NP seal in there. So that means that you probably have a long way to go, most likely. In all regards, because well, I mean, she does have a lot of damage. I don't know. You might be cutting it close. In that case, the NPC would save your ass, and you'd just be able to finish him off next turn. But if you're miles away, then you're just basically gone unless you have a Stoller on your team or someone to defend your ass. So take that with a grain of salt. That depends on how you build your team. So if you're trying to damage race, it's a bit so-so, 50-50 I'd say, I guess. And decrease attack. Okay. Okay, a decreased attack. That's nice too. Okay. But yeah, that's the same with the NP seal. If you don't kill them upon NP, then that means you have essentially tried to keep yourself living longer by NP sealing and decreasing their attack. So in that sense, she has some defensive in there too. It's not bad. She's very well balanced actually. But okay. Quick meta's gone, bro. Like, cause they haven't released the quick support. I don't know. I expect them to release one like soon enough. Eventually, we've got our art support with Tamamo and we've got Buster. The only one we're really missing is quick. And technically, Merlin just fits in anywhere, but he's really in the crit meta. Oh yeah, Semi could. Yeah, Semi could be a quick buffer actually, to be honest. Because oh, that's kind of a spoiler. Okay, spoiler alert. Semi can be an assassin and a caster. So so it makes sense that Semi could be. I don't know. I was thinking, you know. You guys didn't see that. So I was thinking that like they might release Caster Skaha one of these days because let's be honest, right? Skaha is the biggest cash cow that they've had. No offense to you, Skaha, but you're sexy and people know it. I don't know all that much about Achilles. There's call me secondary, but I haven't read the light novel. Well, yeah, it's a light novel, right? So I actually don't really know much about Apocrypha. So I'm watching the anime as it comes out with a fresh mindset, I guess you would say. Light novel, anime, and manga. So there's a manga too. Okay. Well, like, I'm sure they're going to release another Skaha anytime soon. We're just waiting. Oh, Maoyu! Seriously? Oh, I love that series. Oh, I'm so sad that Maoyu didn't get any more anime. Didn't get animated anymore. Makes me sad. I especially love Mao, man. Mao is just right there, right there. Just hits me right there. Skaha Costa, like was it actually legit art? Actually, it teased. Dude, that plot though. Oh yeah, Archer Herc too. Archer Herc would not be bad. Actually, isn't he one of the Grand Servants? Isn't he Grand Archer? Yeah, send it to me by line. Thanks, man. Oh, let me just slap you. But I don't know much about him either. Again, I'm a noob. Okay, sorry. To be honest, I can't be bothered playing the NA server either, dude. So I can understand you. Like, for the last 3 days, I've only been logging in. Mainly because I wanted to keep stamina. Well, mainly because I couldn't be stuff playing. But also, this is an excuse, I know, but also so I could save stamina, so I could farm. So we can do this for however long we want. That being said, I don't know if I'll stay here very long though. I might end this in, what, 1 or 2 hours. Hey, Chris. NA is a grindfest. Hence, you can see me doing that now. They might retcon the whole no gods rule. I think or they might make it sense in the sense that you have to be fused, like you have to be kind of a pseudo servant. I think that's what Waver is, right? He's a pseudo servant. So you have to be fused with another character. So in that sense, it's just win-win for them. Get your gods and get more characters that aren't supposed to be servants as servants. That would be fucking amazing. Alright, sick bro. Yeah, I know, right? She like shoots Venus at you. That's the fucking amazing thing. But Ishtar is just fucking broken. I'm kind of sad that I missed Ishtar. But you know, what can I say? Saving quartz for other things. Had to use 30 quartz today. Thanks, you know, thanks a lot. I'm still salty about that. I got fucking nothing out of that roll. That just makes me sad. Yeah, that's right. Ishtar's Rin, but technically it's mostly Ishtar and Rin is kind of dormant. Which is a little bit sad, but it's okay. Same, Pavadi, man. I think it's P-A-R. Yeah. Suck ass. Merlin and Proto Alpha raid ups again. You know what happened to me, right? I rolled for Merlin, right? Guess who I got? Second Drake. MP2 Drake. I'm like, alright, you know. Okay, you guys don't know this, but Drake is like the first SSR that I rolled that, I rolled randomly, right? I rolled unintentionally, and she just came to me. She's the first one. So, in that sense, she's a little bit special to me. Which is why I'm like, okay, MP2 Drake, fine. I'm okay with that. She also happens to be my first SSR that's max bonded. Screw Waver, man. I mean, I know Waver makes this game easy, and I like him for that, but other than that, you're overused. Yeah, but you cash roll a lot, man. Like, this is like even in a day where I didn't even cash roll. It was just me randomly just like, I'll just throw some chords for the heck of it. Whoa, what the fuck? I got Drake! That's me. Well, not anymore. Yeah, you stopped cashing, I know. Arjuna is also this, similar. He's the same as Drake. Like, much later, I rolled randomly and I got an Arjuna, right? I was like, okay, random Arjuna, okay, no problem. Like, it came randomly, I'm okay. But then, I cash rolled for Nera Bride, right? And, I think in the second pack or something, I got Jack, like, cool, no problem. Then, I got Arjuna. Like, what the fuck? So, I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not okay with that. I mean, I've maxed him and everything. He's usable. But I'm just like, whatever. Wanted Foxy got Ishtar. Wanted Foxy got Shooten. That's so good though, man. That has never happened to me. Whenever I want a CE, I don't get the CE. Whenever I want a servant, I'll get the CE. What? Unless I cash in like 5 packs or something, then I'm like, okay, I'll get the servant. And even then, that's chance based. Really? Farming for quartz. I have like so many free missions just stockpiled up because I'm just like, I don't have time for free missions. I've got to farm for mats. Like, I am so low on mats in my Jap server right now. It's insane. Like, I'm saving for the summer event as well. But yeah. Well, the summer rerun, the early servants I don't have are Tama, Lancer, and Mordred, so I'm thinking I might throw in 30 quartz or so. Like, throw in a little bit just to see who I get. And then I think I might want to cash in for New Summer. I finished Agatha, like, what, as soon as I could. It was like, what, maybe a week after it was released, I finished it. New Summer is, basically confirmed. Like, I mean, because, they've revealed, Swimsuit Raiko, at an event. So it was a closed event. So, I don't think there are actually already pictures on the internet or anything, but, like, people have drawn what they saw, so you can look at that and see what it's like. But yeah, there's a swimsuit Raiko in the works. But I'm very conflicted. I mean, because I want to roll for MP2 Archer Artoria, right? But that's probably kind of greedy, so I'm like, maybe not. Especially since New Summer is also going to be a thing, right? And what if, right? Just what if there's going to be a Summer Nero? Oh, that makes me really hard. I heard somewhere that Raiko was going to be gacha, but I am not sure of that, so don't quote me on that per se. Sure, Coup Guild Cramps. I am expecting a Miyu vs Shiro and a Miyu when fucking the movie comes out. What's it called in English? I don't know what it's called in English, but I know the Japanese name is Sekka no Chikai, something like that. Damn it, these guys are dying. Yeah, Snow Oath, that's right. But when that movie comes out, I expect another Prillia collab, and I expect Miyu vs Shiro and Miyu, okay? I want my Miyu. Fuck this shit. Oh yeah, Angelica too, right? Angelica. Oh, I thought I told you I was gonna stream today, but yeah, whatever. Yes, I like Miyu. I like Miyu a lot. Miyu is fucking all the feels. Miyu needs to be protected. Protect Miyu. But yeah, so the Tokiri guy in the chat right now, his name Tokiri. I'm planning to do a podcast with him. I'm thinking bi-weekly right now, so fortnightly. But I will start next week. I'm not exactly sure yet. We've still got to work things out. But yeah, so things are still in the works. But we're planning our podcast. Just drop in topics below, and we'll cover them on a podcast stream. Well, that's what we're planning anyway. And go subscribe to him. Yeah, check out his stuff because he does like FGO videos too and skits and stuff as well. So yeah, and guides. Me? That's probably because I'm playing the game and I'm also trying to converse. So in that sense, I am kind of multitasking. So I might think that it's flipping switches really fast. So I'm like, shit, I gotta get back to the game. Shit, I gotta talk. Shit, I gotta get back to the game. So that's probably why I sound like I'm on steroids, because I'm just talking really fast right now. Like, maybe I should slow down a bit. But then my pace between the game and then talking with you guys will slow down. Like right now, I'm not playing, you see? Okay. Let's do this. Okay, sorry. Miyu or Sakura? Oh, Sakura. but Miyu's damn it! Damn it! Don't make me make that choice. Miyu or Sakura? I think Sakura. I think Sakura. Yeah. Considering we have... Okay. Since we have costume change with Mashu, what other servant do you want a costume change for? Good question. I want Nightingale's swimsuit. I want Camilla's swimsuit. Well, everyone should get a costume change. Although that would probably take ages to implement. Are you serious? Oh my god! Asshole! What the fuck? Okay, my screen decided to turn off again. I'm gonna need to work this out one of these days, but okay, there we go. Where is OBS? Here you are. Go there. Okay. Okay. That should be enough, right? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, the Shinjuku outfits are so good. Oh, Archer Emiya is Shuro. That's not bad, but I'm thinking the Shuro that's going to show up will be Miyu vs Shuro. That's like, so that will be the Shuro that we see. That's the one that I want to see. Dude, I want Nero's summer dress. That's what I want. It's really nice, actually. Nero's summer dress. Actually, all of Nero's outfits are actually really nice. So. Yeah, man, the cool Shiro. Fuck the world. I'm saving my little sister, because fuck all of you. That's the Shiro I care about. That's the cool Shiro. Okay. You really want to say that outfit Astolfo? Like, okay, Astolfo's cute. He's a dude though. I'm like, alright, I respect your decision. I'm just gonna be over here and just, you know, we cool, we cool. You can be a cutie pie, yeah, but we cool. I see, I see. Dion though, okay. I'll make an exception for Dion because Dion can be whatever you want him to be, or her, him or her. You should, you should. The thing with Khalid Prisma is right. The first two seasons are kind of lukewarm, kind of fan servicey, whatever. But then it really builds up. So it like the third season, like starting halfway in the second season actually, it starts getting serious and just really just outlives expectations. Like when I came into Fate Prilia, right, I was honestly just expecting like just fluff and just like slice of life kind of stuff, you know, like just a casual chill kind of thing. And then all this stuff with Miuverse just popped up and I was just like, whoa dude. Like it went from 0 to 100 really fucking quick. So you really need to watch that if you haven't already. Zerkalot without helmet. That's not bad too. That's not bad too. How about the what is it? The Knights of the Round in suits. That wouldn't be bad. That would be alright. They actually look pretty cool. Yeah, so Purlia just like it just takes really long to pick up. So it's just the first season and the first half of the second season or so. It's just like really slice of life shit, and it's kind of just like whatever. But like once you get past that and you start going into like once it builds up, like it just goes really fast. Take my money so I can pull the knights. Yeah, we already got a Mordred swimsuit. And we got the Arturia, of course. Everything has to have Arturia. I'm actually really looking forward to what Proto Merlin will look like. Hey, thanks, dude. If you like our content, you know, be sure to hit a like, subscribe, whatever. You know, I am planning to do a podcast with Toku. He's on the chat right now, fortnightly. Just repeating it again for those of you guys who weren't here a while ago. But yeah, it'll be starting next week, I think. Still in the works, but yeah. Okay. Leopard pants? Was he wearing leopard pants? I don't remember him wearing leopard pants. Oh yes, she's a Saberface caster, sure, but you know. I can still imagine what they're like. What she's like. I wonder how her kit's gonna be as well. Probably be something to do with Avalon as well. But, well, don't worry. I'll just beat it whatever. Release right on Discord. The thing is, right, the Discord chat is kind of it's not that active. Which is pretty sad, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I hadn't remembered seeing that before. I'll take those. What about Halloween Mushu? Yeah? Yeah? Daily lives, yeah, that's another thing. Currently, we don't have a lot of time, so, and daily lives takes a lot of time. It's just skits and overall, because you gotta script it and edit it and all that shit. So yeah. Skinny Caesar. What if we get an event that's like, what is it? Trying to get Caesar skinny? And that's our free 4-star? Skinny Caesar, once we're finished with the event. Me. I've been playing almost since the initial release of Japan. So about a week or two into the first release of the Japanese version, I started playing, and I've been playing ever since. So, I missed it. I missed one login, but otherwise I've got like 600 and something days continuous login. So yeah. Dude, Clear would be so happy though. Clear wants a skinny Caesar. Like it will be Clear that helps us, you know, in training Caesar, and we'll be basically fielding Caesar and getting him to lose weight. Wouldn't that be a funny event though? Yeah, I've only missed one login, so yeah, I'm pretty maniac, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure Cleo just loves him anyway, so. Ow. How many 5-stars do I have in Japan? Not counting NP2s, I think I have 12 or 14. Something like that, off the top of my memory. I'd have to count to make sure. See, you're at 698 days too, so you barely missed any logins as well. Rate up is a lie! You saw what happened before? No. Not really. I don't want to try as hard on the US version. Which is why I re-rolled for waiver. Re-rolling for waiver and Herc, and then I got my freebie. Which was Martha, of course. I mean, I thought about it, but I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pick Martha. How long did I re-roll for waiver? My first account that I got with waiver came in 3 tries. That's how fucking lucky I was. I was like, what the fuck? And then my next try for waiver took me about a couple of hours using 3 phones. So yeah, I was doing serious re-rolling shit. What else have I re-rolled? Nothing that's too great. There's no SSRs on them. I have the accounts with me, but it's like I've got an account with I think the most outstanding one had like what? A K-scope, double Atalanta, and double Steno. But that's not that great either. Well, waiver pre-buff stage is still alright. I mean, you have waiver and he's gonna get buffed, right? Got it with a ticket rolling for Gil. Wow, OP, man. I got... Oh, you got your NA from a friend and he pulled a waiver. Nice, nice. Really? Damn. Okay. Yeah, because the other account with the first waiver that I had, I've kept it for a friend. He said he wanted to play, but he's not able to play currently. So, yeah. So right now I'm just keeping it for him. In the event that he does. I mean, in all honesty, I don't really care too much what servants I get in this account, because I've got my Jap account and that's the one that matters to me most. So if I have my favorite servants there, that's okay. For the English account, all I really care about is if I can get through the story and read it, because that's the main reason why I'm playing English in the first place, just to read the game. So, as long as I can get through content easily in the English server, I'm okay. Okay. Think I need to start feeding some EXP. Never forget Regent. I'm sorry, man. I just zerked my way through. Where am I leveling up? Atlanta. I suppose I could. Yeah, might as well. What's this? Oh, it's a Jun fig. Oh boy. I'm not really in the position to buy figs, so I've kind of given up on it on my side. So that's why when I see figs, right, I just get really sour that I'm like, oh well, I can't buy it anyway. NA is super easy to clear right now compared to Jap. Is that even worth? Not worth. Okay. Back to EXP farming. If you want me to show you the power of Arash, I can do that. We're getting her altar form as well. As a fig? I mean, of course you would. It's Jun. She's really popular, man. Speaking of which, are we going to get a swimsuit version of her? We need one. I have about as much. Well, I'm going to be using it for Mordred and Tamalansa. When in Jap, the enemies is harder because the game has been out for longer, so they would ramp the difficulty, of course. Only makes sense. If that's what you mean. Yeah, I'm gonna try rolling for Tamalansa and for Mordred, I think. A, because I want an arts writer. B, because I like Tamaro. C, because I want a complete collection. Yeah, the mobs are stronger, right? What map are you doing? I mean, or unless you're talking about FGO, the Jap FGO back then compared to NA FGO now. In that sense, it's because the game was very new, so the devs, they didn't have any sense of like power balance or anything, so like it was still like shaping itself in terms of like what the balance would be like. So a lot of it was very hard for us as well. And we didn't have gold EXP, so we had to do this with silver XP. We didn't even have half EXP, which is making this really easy for a lot of players. So right now, if you're not playing the NA server and you want to get a head start, you really should be playing. Cheats, cheats, cheats. That's how you cheat with MP, boys. Well, because she's a 4-star ruler as well. There's only 3 rulers in the game. It's what? Jun, Martha, and Amaxa. So I'm not surprised that she was like the most wanted out of the swimsuits. But she's actually really good. So there's that too. No, no, ah! Ah! Not now! Whatever, it's irrelevant. And the easiest of them still didn't come. John. The only reason why she's easy is because she's permanent. I don't mean that in that way. I mean, it took me like quite a long time to get Jun as well. If we're talking about Ascension materials in NA, I'm just foregoing that for now. Like, I'm not worrying about it. The Ascension mats will come when the events come. That's where you get most of the Ascension mats to start with. And really, don't even bother farming Ascension mats right now because it's a waste of time, in my opinion. Event servants that you should look out for in NA. If we're talking about Gacha Limited, that will be Merlin. Any event servants. Others would be your, whoever you like. Jolta is really good as a DPS. Overall DPS, she's just really good. Skaha, I think she's on par with Jolta in terms of hitting the highest damage potential. Also, if you're talking about freebie 4-stars, get them all. There's no reason you should not try to get them all. I mean, unless you actually have a legit reason where you're like you actually can't play because of outside like obligations, real life obligations and stuff like that. Then in that case, the ones that you should definitely get, guaranteed definitely get, are Kintoki Rider, Shiki, Kuro from the Ilya event. Who else? I guess you don't really need Skaha. Although you probably want Skaha. I mean, yeah, you could get Jota Lily if you want, but she's kind of not that great. She's okay. I mean, the good thing about it is she does come with an MP charge, so you can use her for speed farming. What else do we also have? We have Cha-Cha. She's a berserker. If you want a crit team, then I'd suggest Caster Ellie. She's the first freebie that you get. And she does pretty well, but honestly, you don't really need her. Just use Hans. Hans is like the cheapest, like in terms of relative strength for free, he's like the best you can get. Oh yeah, and Saber Altar as well for Santa Altar, yeah. For overall a really decent rider. But if you have a decent rider already, then you don't particularly need her. She does really good in DPS. Kid Rider is still the best freebie, I think. Well, Kuro is really good too, but the thing about Kid Rider is, right, is that his quick up buff is 3 turns compared to Kuro's projection magic. I think that's what it's called. Her buff is only 1 turn, but it buffs all cards, so yeah. But the thing with Kid Rider is, his NP generation is already broken to start with. Then he also has Animal Dialogue, I think that's what it's called, but the 50% NP charge. So it's not strange that you would be able to NP twice or maybe even 3 times if you had the right support, of course. I mean, I'm talking about using Nero Bride support here, but like in that sense, you would be able to NP 3 times, no problem. Nobu is decent. She's a really good critter, and she's overall decent support. But then when you find yourself when you have better archers, you'll kind of use her less. That's what's been going on with me anyway. The only times when I feel like I would use her would be archer crits. Yeah, specifically critting, specifically going for archers. But most archers like have crit skills in their set anyway, and specifically AoE, of course, because otherwise I would be using Anne Mary, because she has she's a crit oriented as well, but she's a single target and she deals way more damage. Also, because she has her own gut skill, which doesn't fade, which is bloody amazing. You know, I actually maxed out Nobu's MP charge skill, so MP gain skill. I'll correct myself there. And it does okay. It's not so bad. Her struggles with NP are when you don't crit on her arts cards. So try to get crit stars and crit on her arts cards. That's the best advice I can give you. You'll do pretty decent with 3 K-scopes, but you won't be able to rely on 3 K-scopes forever. Because K-scopes are ultimately just for quick farming. You'll need stuff that helps you survive in the long term. Because there's going to be a lot of maps that you can't do fast. Especially with the new mechanic around in the Jap server. It's called the break mechanic. So what happens is enemies get multiple HP bars. There you go. So, Imaginary Around is, that's the Quick Up C, right? The 5-star Quick Up C. It's good. Oh, god damn it, not again. Oh, I see why. Oh, okay. Okay. I won't be able to fix this problem now, but I'll discuss it with my co-worker later. And I assume he'll know. But anyways, okay, back to the topic at hand. Imaginary Around is actually a very decent CE. In terms of general usefulness, you'll find that, you know, because it's very general, and card performance is something that you never overlook, because card performance, what card performance buffs do, right, is they buff everything that the card does. So the NP generation, the attack, the star generation, all your parameters of that specific card are buffed. That's why they're very good. But in that sense, like if you have a more niche thing that you can do, you would probably prefer that. But in the case where you can LB your Imaginary Around CE, so Imaginary Around, Formal Craft, and Limited Over Zero, if you can LB any of those, they are insanely broken. They're really good. and you just want to throw them on servants that do damage of that nature. Is Vlad good? He's hard to use, I would say. I mean, he's good. If you use him right, he's good. And Vlad, like, I still use him from time to time. I use him as a, what is it? As a one fits all kind of thing. Well, as a joker. That's all. I use him as a joker when I can't pick a servant to, you know, hit all the strengths and weaknesses. I'll use him along with Waver and Tamamura, of course, because I have that broken team, you know. No problem with that. Totally no problem with that. You don't necessarily need Tamamura, but Tamamura makes him work very good. Because what Tamamura does is she reduces cooldowns. So Tamamura is actually very key in arts compositions. Just because of the skill cooldown thing. So if any servant has a long skill cooldown, you use Tamamura to patch it up. And even if they don't, Tamamura just like speeds up art compositions and just makes them like work together faster, better. But you can run without Tamamura. It's fine. You just need to get the right supports. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Vlad can overall do more damage than Herc can. Mainly because, well, he's an arts type, so he'll probably gather more NP if you match him with the right servants. But also because, well, Heracles will probably die so-so. I mean, actually, their endurance is probably about the same. If you consider his Bonsi as well. And what kind of team you would use him in. Because Herc doesn't have his own defense up, but he has dodge. And he has guts. Vlad has guts as well. But Vlad has a defense up. I think what Herc really excels at is staying, like, being your last man. Obviously because of his Bonsi, which gives him 3 extra guts. But, yeah. I'm doing 30 AP. Because I'm not confident enough to do 40 AP yet. Just a word of warning to those who are trying to get Bond 10 on NA server. Don't. Right now anyway. Because you will literally have to spend a lot of money. And the grinding will be like endless. Because right now, your maps, right, have at most what, maybe 300 bond points? 500 bond points? That's being generous. Like, I'm not really sure of the number, but I think that's being generous. Oh no, actually I'm out of gems in NA. I can't roll for Gilkun. I rolled for Gil and I got Atalanta and Camilla, so yeah. Yeah, exactly. Until lunchtime craft essence comes out, you really shouldn't bother with it. Because it's a waste of what is it? It's a waste of potential per se. If you're using stamina to just farm for bond points, that means you're kind of missing out on what other things you could be farming. So you could be farming EXP or QP, which is guaranteed, okay? Or you could be farming mats, which is, albeit not guaranteed, but it's still something that you would use, like easier than bond points. Compared to later on in the game when you're getting maps with like what 1,000 and something, 1,000 and a couple of hundred bond points, right? You're farming at a map that has what, maybe 300 or 400 or 500 bond points. So essentially, you're going to have to do 3-4 times the amount of farming that you would normally have to do later on. So, and bond point farming is already a hell hike to begin with. It's already massive. So we're talking like, let's put it in terms of distance, right? If bond farming from 1 to 5 was 10 meters, okay, then bond farming to 100, so to 10 would be what, maybe 200 or something, right? And if you were to do that currently at this stage in NA, you would exponentially increase that to about 800 or 1,000. That's how far you would have to run just to catch up with Get a Bond C at this current point in time. It's definitely not worth it and a waste of your time and effort. You really should not do it when you could be spending your AP to get other things, you know, that is guaranteed. Like you're getting EXP for servants later on. You could be getting QP for later on where you need it. I mean, admittedly, it feels like you won't need QP now, and I did the same thing. Okay, I never farmed QP at the start, but I was only farming mats, and of course, farm mats if you can. You probably need mats more than QP at this point anyway. But later on, when you start leveling up skills, you will need that QP. Like you will need a billion QP at the least, probably. That's, yeah. Just to max out servants that you like. What should I do? It took me ages to get my first Bonsi too, man. Like, I remember when Bonsies were first announced, it took me at least a couple of months before I actually got Herc's Bonsi. Spam EXP for now. You'll probably need that more than anything. Level all your servants to as high as you can. So level the ones you want to use, of course. If there are any that you don't really particularly want to use, that's okay. If Geo is a game where you play with the servants you want to play, no problem in that. But my best recommendation would be just farm EXP right now. Use EXP on the servants that you plan on using. Level them all up. And then once you're done with that, then start farming mats. Because you probably need mats. That's okay. Like you can neglect QP for now. If you really want to look towards the future, then farm QP, I guess, and just wait for events to roll around. And during events is when you start to farm for mats, because events, the mat drop outside of events is abysmal. It's just absolutely horrid. So you really want to wait for events in terms of mat farming. You can do QP once a day. That's okay, because I mean you get the mana prisms from the daily quest anyway, so that's not too much of a problem. Fuck, I'm hungry. But like the real main thing I just want to key here: don't farm for bond points. Like, don't sacrifice your farming time for bond points. It's just an absolute waste of time. What tips was I giving about mats? I was saying, just farm mats. I mean, wait for events to farm mats because mats, the drop rate outside of events is just horrid. It's really bad. Like even if you do the daily quests for mats, you'll most likely get what you don't want. So it's just a real pain in the ass, and then you'll just get frustrated. I think you did. At least you changed accounts. I'm not sure. Just add me later or something. Yeah, so really just wait for events for good drop rates. And when you do have events that have really good drop rates and like farming stuff and stuff, that's when you should be spamming apples and just like farming like non-stop. That's what I did for Christmas. So when Christmas rolls around for you guys, you'll get the Santa Altar event. Spam apples. Really spam apples and really play that event. Because you'll get a lot of skill gems. You'll get a lot of QP, you'll get a lot of EXP, and you'll get a lot of mats, a lot of basic mats that you will need. And the thing that, with mats, right? With the bronze mats and stuff like that, you may think that they're basic and, you know, you won't really need a lot of them. But in actuality, they've compensated for this and said you will need 50 each of them for like one servant. And it's just ridiculous. So you're just looking at your mat pool, you're like, fuck. So, while there aren't any events, farm for EXP if you haven't maxed your servants. Then, do your daily missions, your weekly missions, sorry. Do QP if you want to. And if you want to, stock up on more EXP, so fill up your inventory with EXP. So when you get a new servant, you can, you know, just shove in all the EXP straight away. And then start farming for mats. I mean, yeah. Unless you want to farm for QP. At our stage, we're farming for QP. But on the NA server, right now you don't necessarily need QP. Because you're not exactly leveling up skills. So you'll be okay. Is it worth farming monuments? So, not really. I mean, if you... like... We're at the point in the Japanese server, and it's been a long time already that we've been at this point, where we've stopped exchanging for monuments and pieces from the shops. That's how far we've been. So, if you judge from that, you can get your monuments and pieces from events fine. Perfectly fine, no problem. Okay. Here's my friend code. I'll put my friend code here for a little bit. Just add me. I'm gonna delete some people. Okay. Kotowaru. Kotowaru. Is it still marked as Assassin's Creed? Jesus Christ. It probably didn't pick up FGO. Okay, I'm gonna have to change that. Yeah, because I use an outside web page to change the stream title, right? And sometimes it might not register. Yeah, the game is registered as a testing screen. Yeah, freaking hell. Oops. Okay. Should be fine now. Monuments and pieces are for ascending your servants. And they're used for nothing else besides that. Except for, I'll show you guys real quickly, right? We have a jukebox on the Jap server. They implemented a jukebox, and you can use your monuments and pieces and any spare ascension mats, or like just mats in general for that. And hell no, I'm not gonna use my mats for that shit. Oh, I might be streaming. 2 hours. Shit. It took me 2 hours just to get through 2 bars of stamina? Shit. Here you go, right? Sound player. What came out after Merlin? Was Merlin first or King Hassan first? But yeah, okay. Here's the jukebox, right? And you can see there's Ascension mats here. And hell to the fucking no am I gonna unlock any of these. Even if I have so many Ascension pieces that I don't care, I still won't. But anyways, okay. Back to NA server. I got a grind. There you go. Have your FP. Yeah, I think King Hassan came out after Merlin. But, what's it? Like, that period of time for Japan was a really hard time for gacha. Because it was one after the other. Straight up over and over and over again. It was through December to January. It was through New Year's. So, we had, what is it? Yeah. So we had Merlin. We had Musashi. We had the New Year's raid ups. The guaranteed gacha. What was before that? I can't remember. Yeah. Musashi, King Hassan into Merlin. Yeah. It was really savage. So you might want to save course for that. No, not now. No. I almost hit it. Ah! Yep. Okay, you can read there. That's the fucking nightmare that was New Year's. So if you guys really want to be prepped for those gachas? Most likely they're going to try and reschedule things a little bit just to like spread things out and make things a little bit easier on them for deadlines. But for the most part, they'll keep the order intact. So I think you still will get a heavy crushing on New Year's. And before that, with dupe servants, let's see. Mostly, I would NP2 them. So you go to your menu where you feed EXP, right? And just before that, you scroll down a little bit. There should be NP Ascension or something like that. So that will be NP leveling up. And you do that by getting multiple copies of a servant. So make sure that the base copy is the one that you're currently using. Otherwise, you'd feed your base copy into the other copy and you lose all your mats and shit. It doesn't cross over that way. Pull Scar with a yellow ticket. Aren't you lucky? But there are some dupes where you might, not want to, or you might not think it's worth it. In that case, it's perfectly fine if you burn them, because you get a rare prism out of it. And with rare prisms, there are things that you can unlock from the rare prism thing shop. Most of the time, the rare prism shop, you'll be wanting the rare prism in case you missed anything. So like if you missed the Mona Lisa C, which gives a bonus 10% QP, or the Chaldean Lunchtime C. If you miss those, you can unlock it again and farm for it. Or if you missed like any suits or anything, right? You can use your rare prism for that. And in that sense, the rare prism is really worth it there. But for everything else, I don't think the rare prism's that worth. The lore, the crystallized lore is sort of okay. That's more for whales though. You don't. The FP is a no. You never want to spend rare prism for FP ever. Seriously, just farm for FP. It's not that hard. you do like a 4 AP map with the C that gives 75 AP plus, and you'll get plenty of FP in no time. So never change your rare prism for FP. What else is there? I can't remember what else there is. Let's check. I cashed in like 1 pack for Void Shiki, 1 or 2. Didn't get it, so of course. Okay. Here's the rare prism shop. Okay. You see these gold cards at the top here? No. No. Fuck this shit. No, you do not spend rare prisms on this shit. You can only get 1, and it only gives you 20 plus stats. It only gives you 20 stats. Okay. You can get event Cs. So some event Cs, in my opinion, I don't think they're worth it. Like, because they're not that good. So relative to each CE, depending. And also these are event Cs, so you could have spent the time to farm for them during the event. I'll accept in a minute. Okay, here's the crystallized lore that I was talking about. This is probably worth it for whales. It's 5, so it's pretty costly. Here's the FP. Don't bother with that shit. Okay. Okay, this quest here is a quest that gives you tickets. And it's just a quest where you can experience using another servant. So in that sense, no, not worth it at all. Unless you want to use that rare prism for a ticket, which I wouldn't. Okay, this one is a suit. So it's a costume, right? So as a player, right? As the player, you can choose to change costumes eventually in NA. And this is one of them. In case you missed it, definitely unlock it again, because it is very worth to have all of the suits, just in case. You never know when you need them. And it's a permanent thing. Okay. This C... Can't exactly remember what it does. I think it gives 3k HP. It's not bad, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay. This is the same as the quest I was talking about. Again with the quest. The friend point CE, if you don't have it, you should have it. Get it, I guess. I mean, you don't really need it. It's not that much. Another suit, you'll need this. The 50 plus spawn point CE. This is pretty worth it too, but I think you should get it anyway, because this is free to get. You just exchange it. And this is the Da Vinci C. Definitely get it. And that's about it. It's mostly just stuff that you've missed out on. So, in that sense, you can burn a duplicate for a rare prism and just hold on to it in case you ever miss out on anything. It's not a bad idea. But I would only do that for servants whose NPs I find are like worthless for having NP2 above. So servants like Dion, etc. Like really look at like go on the internet, search up for like the wiki, look at the servant stats and stuff, like what the overcharge does and stuff like that, and think about whether it's useful to you or not. And yeah, in that case, just don't bother. Like you can burn it and no problem. That's fine. But the costumes and the FP is definitely worth. Lancelot, I would say, both are very good. A, because the Berserker version, you want him to deal more damage anyway. And with the MP2, he will get more damage on his NP. Because he's a Berserker, he gets more value out of damage. And that's what you want him to do. So, no problem. And his overcharge gives attack up, and the chances of you manually overcharging is very low. But yeah. And the Saber Lancelot is an arts NP, as he gets more arts damage. Yeah, I did say FP. I legit said FP. You can actually get friend points from the gold prison menu. This shit here. Do not, I repeat, do not waste your rare prism on this shit. It is a trap. And so are these two. This and this are traps. Do not waste your rare prisms on that shit. Unless you are a whale, do not. For mana prisms? Okay. For mana prisms, if you can afford it, get them all, I think. There's the EXP in the Mana Prism menu is not that worth it. Because, god damn it, game's frozen on me. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. I've gotten everything, okay? So, summoning tickets are worth for salt. You want salt, so you get the tickets. Okay? The full cards are definitely worth. Because initially, they're kind of hard to get, but after a while, you kind of start to not need it as much anymore, or you kind of like not want them as much anymore, so you'll stop exchanging for them. So in that case, you'll have the gold EXP left. If you have the necessary resources to spare, right? Then spend your mana prisms on EXP. It's fine. Like there's no problem. It's free EXP in that sense because you get mana prisms from events anyway. But you want to keep a float of about 4 to 5k in case a CE comes out, and then you can just bench in all of your QP all of your mana prisms to get that CE if it's a really good CE, like for example the QP CE or the EXP CE, right? So in that sense, you would want to just spend your like throw in all of your mana prisms for that because it's definitely worth it. But in the event where you have an excess of mana prisms, it's fine to spend it on the XP. No problem there. It's just free XP. But otherwise, don't farm for it. So don't go to the 30 EXP node, farm for EXP there, sell them for mana prisms, then burn those mana prisms for the gold EXP, because that's actually losing out in value in terms of the amount of EXP you're getting, because all of that silver EXP would be worth more of that gold EXP if you had used it for farming 40 EXP instead, if you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that's the gist of it for those menus, I guess. And you use mana prisms for these as well. So these menus are inventory expansion slots. So this one that I'm at here is servant expansion slots. To be honest, if you're not a whaler, I doubt you will get you will fill your servant expansion slot to the max, unless you want to fill it with EXP. In that case, that's actually not a bad idea. Then you can spend EXP to expand your slots, but just a word of warning. These only expand your slots by 5 each. So 20 mana prisms for 5 slots is kind of expensive, but it's an investment that's worth it. For craft essences, yeah, you will, if you're like me and you hoard all your CEs, which you should, you definitely want to get the craft essence expansions, which is the same price. It's about it's 20 per 5, I think. Yeah, 20 per 5. So overall, it's quite costly, but it's an investment that's worth it, and it's only a one-time investment kind of thing. Other than that, there's nothing that's spent on mana prisms, and you get mana prisms from events. So just be sure to clear everything from events, everything that you need. And if you have free time, don't spend your free time farming outside of the event. Farm inside the event, because you'll need because you'll have increased drop rate for mats. So that's one thing. So you can farm for mats. If you're not farming for mats, you gotta clear the shop. If you're not clearing the shop, you can farm for, well, you can farm for the event C, trying to farm for extra drops. How Charles is doing in FGO, he is not really playing as much. Because it's kind of sad, but Charles's interest for FGO has kind of died out. Because he's not interested in the gameplay. He thinks it's too simple, and he never looked further into it. Okay, so because when you initially start FGO, right? You start on the NA server. Well, you start from when we were NA server. So right back from the beginning, because we've played right from the beginning. So Charles has experience from the beginning, so his impression is only of the beginning. He hasn't given it a chance to grow, and he doesn't want to... Fuck. Sorry about that, guys. So in that sense, I think his impression about the game is still that the battle system is really not his thing. It is really shit. That's what he thinks. I would disagree with him, because I think the battle system, there's a lot of complicated, a lot of stuff that you could be doing in the battle system. Shit. Yeah. Charles has been all about GBF, but he's even saying that he doesn't really like the particularly like playing GBF right now. It's like the grinding is really annoying him. The white screen is from my phone, guys, so that's just my phone FGO lagging like a bitch. Don't worry about it. GBF takes a lot of commitment. It's partly why I didn't want to play GBF. Give me a minute. I need a refill for a drink. That's one of the reasons. He's lost interest in FGO. But I think he would be pretty up to do skits in general because we like doing skits. It's just that we don't really have time for it. So, yeah. I mean, not to mention that, yeah, we kind of had a lack of ideas because... And we were also stuck at a bottleneck. Yeah, it does. GBF is not newbie friendly and requires a lot of grinding. Yeah, that's like the amount of grinding doesn't bother me as much as the fact that you have to grind at specific times. Definitely. Like, that's why a lot of games turn, you know, kind of meh. And to be honest, FGO can get a lot like that as well. That's partly why, like, what is it? Most of the fun, I feel personally, from FGO is definitely the team building aspect, the events, of course, the stories. If you actually go and read the translations, they're actually really good. And yeah, just overall, just the hype with the fan base is just really cool, you know. Especially being able to hang out with you guys. I actually really enjoy the community that we have in particular. Grind for the rest of your life. I suppose that's another thing too. I never really had too much of a problem with the UI in GBF. I thought it was okay, but that's understandable if you think that's the case. Because I don't have a positive or a negative opinion of the UI. No problem, man. Shoot your questions. I got until what, 45 minutes more, maybe? I mean, I know I said I was going to stop this in 2 hours, but that's okay. Still more questions. I got a waiver, Herc, Umia, Talmo, 2 Lancelot, Camilla, Lily, 2 Atlanta. Who should I invest in aside from waiver? To start with, right? You want to, overall, okay? This is not straight away. Overall, you want to invest in all of them. Because, you know, gold servants, why not? Just invest in all of them. Or the ones that you really like. In terms of gameplay wise, so early on, early on you want to invest in Herc, I think. Uh, Depending on whether you finish the second singularity, I think it is, or not. So it's the one right after Fuyuki, so it's the first singularity technically. Um, Depending on if you finish that or not, go level up Camilla. If you have finished it already, then don't bother. Then take your time with that. Who I prioritized, as you can see, is Herc, Waver, and George. I leveled up George because he has a tank. So he has a taunt. Sorry. And taunts are very useful for, obviously, redirecting the attacks. And if you use them in combination with Mushu, right? George can effectively shield your whole team, perfectly for 2 turns. And then on his 3rd turn, he'll take all the hits, which by then you will probably have cleared most of the field. Assuming you're fielding a Berserker like I am. So that's what I'm doing. So early on in the game, you want to max out Herc and max out Waver. Because those two will carry you really far early on. Don't neglect Mushu, because she will get very strong. Like, even after Camelot, she gets a taunt herself, so she gets really playable then. But right now she's not as playable. She's like kind of in her, her early stages. She's still a P. But yeah. Okay, that's good. Alright. I mean, I just entered a quest, so I can't add you right now. It's hell of a lot better than Monkey Island. Fuck that shit, man. Dude, GBF paces itself too fast in terms of event. Okay. What are the best servants to Grail in FGO? Inherently, because of the way stats are used, I would say Berserkers get the best benefits. Because the way Berserkers work, right, is they take double damage, but they also deal double damage. I think. No, well, it's 1.5. So they deal 1.5 damage and they take 1.5 damage. So in that sense, when you Grail them, right, they will effectively gain 1.5 times as much HP and 1.5 times as much attack. So numerically speaking, Berserks will have the most benefit. And also, you don't really want to Grail above 90 because that's where it doesn't really get worth in terms of numbers. In terms of waifu and husbander, Grail whoever you want. It doesn't matter, just max out whoever you want. If you like them, go ahead and do it. No problem with that. The most optimal stars to Grail is definitely the lower stars, because like lower stars like they're usable, but like if you like they're already usable to a point where you are like literally just a step behind from the hard quests, like unless you put in a lot of thinking and a lot of effort and some luck and maybe 1 or 2 high tier servants. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say Hans, because, well, you would need HP for Hans, so he's not that bad. He's okay. Just for HP. I mean, I've thrown in one Grail myself for Hans, so no big deal. Grailing Arash to 90 is not bad. That's okay. Arash can do his job quite well already. Even as he is at base stats. You can grail him. I think he's got the best multipliers for his MP, so that's not bad. MP charge, his own MP charge, matters a lot. Well, it depends. Like, I mean, it matters for maximum efficiency. Like, if we're talking about his MP charge skill. But if we're talking about trying to overcharge his NP, then I wouldn't overcharge his NP. Because it's a waste of time, to, really. Like, and when you're using a rush, typically you're using it to speed farm. So I might show you, I guess, while I'm here. Let me finish this first. Max your heart to 90. Jeez, dude. Nice work. Okay, I usually NP at 100% because I'm trying to finish the run as possible. Whenever I'm using Arash, it's basically because I'm trying to stack buffs and speed run. That's usually the case that I'm trying to do with Arash. Medusa Lancer or Li Shuen? Li Shuen is the better servant of the two. Medusa Lancer is really hard to use. I looked at her kit and I really struggled thinking of what you would use her for. I mean, she's got a charm, I think, and she's got stun her on her NP. So in that sense, you could use her to stall. I think her kit was double quick, double arts. I think. Yeah, Arash is a 2-star servant. That's right. There's no problem with a 2-star servant. You can still use them. But Medusa Lancer, sorry. One of her skills was Monster Strength, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 turns though. And the other skill was Guts. That's right. So Guts is generally looked on as a really bad skill. People don't particularly like Guts because of the duration of cooldown and how much it heals you. Typically, it doesn't heal you enough so that you would at least survive 1 or 2 hits. Arash is very good for speed farming. So I'll show you, right? After I finish this, of course. And actually, someone asked me to do a video on Arash. Never had the time to get around to it, but I guess I'm answering you now. Like, and don't worry about the number of servants you're gonna have to level. It's endless. Because FGO is a game that's inherently about the characters. You play this game solely because you love the characters, you love how they play, you love seeing them work, you love seeing how they work together, you love the story, and that's that's why I feel it. That's the fundamental thing that holds FGO together. That's what I think. So there's always going to be U servants, and you're always going to find a new one to like. That's why I tell you to stock up on EXP, because you're gonna need that shit. Okay, okay. Okay, who added me? Oh, minus Mini, right? You're on the channel, right? Okay. There we go. Who else added me? Right. We'll go to my Jap account now. Alright. I'll flash my ID real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, done. Jekyll and Hyde, right? He's another servant that I have max leveled, and I've thought about how to use him as well. Alright, I'll add you later, dude. So Jekyll and Hyde, about him, right? He's an assassin that turns into a berserker. What you want to do is you want to keep him in his assassin form until when you're about ready to go wild. So you use his assassin form to generate stars to just like stay in the backline, kind of. He doesn't really do much as an assassin, like, cause so you want to pair him with other servants that also do. I'll just do an Agatha map, I guess. That also do. You also do quick stuff, so like quick chains and like crit stars and stuff like that. So you want to crit him to fill up his NP gauge, and just stockpile on his NP gauge. So while you're doing that, right, when you get to the end boss, don't use his NP just yet. What you do is you wait till your HP is quite low, and then you use your NP, because it heals you up, like heals you straight full. It gives you a full new HP bar and shit, and that's when you can go wild and shit. So yeah. Okay. Okay. So on the topic of Arash, where's my Hydra team? Or did I lose my Hydra team? No! No! I remade my Hydra team. Okay. So I'll go farm lanterns then? Wait. Oh, I get a quartz though! Alright, fine, I'll farm you then. Okay. Let's go with Arash. I think Skaha. Yeah. And then Elilis. That's right. Yeah, it's a pretty damn solid account. Like, not to brag, but I put in a lot of effort. Okay. Also, I did get a very lucky eventually, so not detracting from that at all. I can't remember my team. Fuck. How whale did I go? I have whaled at least 2,000 USD. I think. I'm not exactly sure of the numbers, but I have whaled at least that much, I think. Okay. Oh, I see. That's what I did. Oh, I remember now. I had to think really hard for these team comps. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. Merlin. Okay, here we go. Like, overall, I have probably whaled that much. Okay. Change suit? Here we go, boys. Time to show you Arash. Well, Arash is only going to be in there for like a second or so, so... Exactly. That's what FGO does. So, I mean, you might not whale at the start, but if you start, yeah, you won't stop. Okay, so here's what I do with a rush, right? So you use servants that can fill up an MP gorge, and you use MP gain Cs. So what I do here is, right, and you use him to facilitate buff stacking. So I'll use Merlin's charisma here, and then I'll use Arash's own buff skill, which charges it by 50%. Okay, and just go in. I don't think I'll need to do anything. Ha! I mean, the moment you start and cash in a little bit, you'll probably just keep cashing. That's what I'm saying. Okay. And you see how the charisma buff still stays on Skaha, right? The end goal of this is to buff Skaha as much as possible and to one-shot the boss, which you'll see. So you stack up all the buffs. Yeah, my Arash is Bond 10. That's how much speed farming I've done. Yeah, there's a mystic code or a costume, right? That you get that allows you to swap party members, and it is very, very good. Do that quest as soon as you can. And there you go. That is how you speedrun with Arash. Of course I get nothing for farming. Yeah, no problem. But at least I get a quartz, right? Yeah, give me that quartz. Yeah. Salt rocks. Nope. Okay, yeah. This one. So this is the one that lets you switch. This one, this one, and this one, permanent mystic codes. You should be able to do them whenever, I think. Once they come out. These ones, following through them now, are limited. So it does take forever to max out. Yep. And then back to the basic one. But yeah, typically you use Arash as a sort of change mechanic as well as a way to stack buffs. So I used Arash, and because he died, he was able to bring in Liz, which Liz was able to buff Skaha even more. And then I used Waver to fill up Liz's MP Gorge. And then Liz can clear out the second wave. And then Skaha can clear out the third wave. Yeah, man! Farmed shit ton. And you know how much EXP I do not have from using, like, the plug suit so much? Like, I speed farm with the plug suit, so I sacrifice all my EXP because the plug suit's already maxed, right? So... So I would have had a lot more EXP if I had done that farming with another suit, but otherwise, yeah. Okay. Kamashi, was it? Oh shit, my friend list is full. Okay, who has not logged in? Okay, bye! Sure. You can add me if you want. Like, I don't... Oh, fuck, man! Fun! Sure, no problem. There we go. Okay, cool. You all want my waiver, huh? Well, I'll be sure to max my waiver, but... Okay, so I need to unfriend someone else. Okay, bye! Who added me? Anyways, back to EXP farming. But yeah, sure. Just add me in the meantime. I'll pop up my friend list my friend code again, I guess. Here we go. But I must state again, guys, like, I don't intend to whale that hard or at all on my NA server. So, yeah, my account won't be spectacular or anything. I mean, you'll have waiver and I'll probably max him eventually. But, yeah. Got away by Herc and Judd. Yeah, see? He has a better account than I do. Well, I mean, I try to speed farm, but I can't really because I don't have like NP gauge Cs. I don't have the Sakura C, I don't have a kaleidoscope. So my account is just really, really, really bad right now. So I gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Let's see. Go over there. Yeah. Musashi? I'm not fussed about Musashi actually. I probably will save my quartz. Ooh, yeah, anticipated. Upcoming anticipated guaranteed gotcha. Okay. Well, Charizard is also in the pool. That's right. But if you look at it this way, right? In your gacha pool, you have assuming it's going to be classes. We have Waver, we have Tamamo, we have Sanzo, and we have Charizard. Okay. Assume you hit Waver, jackpot. You're winning. Assume you hit Tamamo. Okay, she's really good. Niche to the art teams, but she's really good. So it will unlock your art team potential, basically. I would say she's really good to get. If you get Sanzo, she's actually like one of the only single target buster casters out there. The other one's Ilya. I can't remember the other ones. I think the 3-star wolf guy, or whatever it is. I think he's got a buster MP as well. Yeah. Sanzo is very good. She's underrated, but she's very good. Like, I think I think that's a win too. In fact, I'm trying to get her myself. I want her, but no. If you hit Charizard, okay, that's probably a miss. So, I mean, in terms of playability, if you want her as a waifu, no problem. And you know, even so, she's niche. She'll do the job. She's okay. Like, you just need a team to fit around with her. So in that sense, you have at least 1/2 chance or 3/4 chance of getting something good. So Caster is still not bad of a choice. For me, I won't be rolling Caster at all because I have Waver, I have Tamaro, and I don't want Charizard, and yeah, okay. I have Sanzo left. I want Sanzo, but I'm not going to try and get another Waver, which I have MP2 of, by the way, just to let you guys know. Oh, lucky you. just be like, peh. So if you don't have Waver or Tamamo or Sanzo, like the more of them that you don't have, the more strongly that I suggest you to roll for Caster. In terms of gameplay wise, if you roll for waifu, just do it. Okay. Were there any other new casters? I don't think so. Kill him! Yes! Okay. Got Tamara and Sanzo, but you need Waver. Yeah, that sucks a lot. There's like a 3/4 chance for you of missing there, then don't bother. Like, the more servants you have, the less likely you should roll. For me, I don't have any of the lances, but they're not that good. Like, all of them aren't that great, so in terms of gameplay. So I'm a bit like, maybe I'll roll for Rider instead. I mean, I have Drake, and I have Drake at MB2, but I'm missing all the other riders. So I don't have Meb, I don't have Aussie, I don't have... Who was the last one? Ah, Quetz! That's right. Quetz and Aussie are OP as all hell. And if you can get them, you get them. Meb is not as OP, but she's pretty decent now with her interlude and stuff. Trying to do the double waiver instead of 1 million plus waiver. So if you don't have riders either, it's really good. If you don't have Drake, she's actually really good overall servant. Just an overall rider, she's just really good. So I definitely recommend rider if you don't have any of them. Otherwise, yeah, just same as usual. Okay, sabers. Most of the sabers are kind of nah in terms of gameplay. Because you have Arturia and you have Mordred. I like Mordred though because she has an MP charge. Who else do you have? You have... Fuck, I can't remember. No, not Shiki, not Okita. No. This is a permanent saber. Arthur? But Arthur's not permanent. Arthur's limited. I'm pretty sure Arthur is limited. Altera! That's right. I totally forgot about her. Yeah, seriously, man. You got a lot coming. Yeah, with FGO. Assuming they keep the game going, which I think they will. I hope they do. Altera is okay in terms of nuking, but and stars and crits. She does that kind of like a one-turn kind of thing. But other than that, she doesn't support much to the team. She has the strongest attack, I think, out of the base class SSRs. I think. Yeah. So, she's okay. But I really wouldn't recommend Saber unless you have a favorite in there. Wait, I remembered Mordred! I said Mordred! I like Mordred! I like Mordred a lot, because she has an MP charge. NP charge is broken, man. You see what I did with Astolfo? As soon as he got an NP charge, I maxed that shit. Even if everything else on that skill is stupid and shit, I maxed this skill because of 50% NP charge. Like, that's how broken and good NP charge is. Also one of the reasons why I highly recommend Drake. And yes, that's also one of the reasons why I want Aussie too. Just one, you know. But I don't think there's anyone else, right? In the Sabres. In the Archers we have who do we have? Orion, Arjuna, oh, Da Vinci is a Buster servant too. She's a Buster caster. I totally forgot about her. But she's limited. She's not permanent. Right. Yeah, if you get the best Arthur, sure. For Lancers. For Archers, we have Orion, Arjuna. Who was the last one? I can't remember you. Oh, she's Arts. Okay, my bad. I don't have her, obviously. No, fuck off. Oh no! The video's gonna get flagged for sure! Too late. Video is flagged. Oh well. I'm gonna need to take that out of the list. If we're talking servants with MP charge, yeah, Da Vinci also has MP charge. So in that sense, she's also very good. Because that's what I was talking about. I was talking about it kind of in relation to the good servants that he had. Because I was referring to Mordred because she had an MP charge. So don't sweat the small stuff. Tesla! That's him. That's his name. I forgot about him. Okay. Tesla also has an MP charge. He's okay. Arjuna, I have. Whatever. And Arjuna's not all that great, to be honest. The only reason you really use Arjuna is because triple arts deck, which can be filled by Emiya, by the way. Stars over time, which is on a ridiculously long cooldown. His his health regen skill is actually the best in game. He actually heals the most next to Enkidu. And at max, of course, at max. And that's it, really, for Arjuna. Literally because you can charge NP. Like, he has a flat NP charge of 25% and gives you stars over time. So other than that, he's actually kind of, yeah, whatever. In terms of gameplay. So, but Artemis, or Orion, is actually really good as a servant, so... But I wouldn't take my chances with Archer because, you know, 2/3 chance? Yeah, no. I'm good. I don't need that chance. Yeah, that's why I said Arjuna is good if you're going to use him for the 3 arts deck. And because he can generate stars. So he can sort of fulfill a niche similar to Merlin and Hans. In the sense where he's just an arts dude that provides arts cards and stars. He does it at the very basic. So he's okay in that sense. And he has the NP charge. So it means he can at least instant NP. So just for farming. Ah, insta kill. Really? The only time instant kill is relevant is with King Hassan. And that's it. That's true. Shiki does have an arts tank. Yeah, you are kind of late because I'm thinking I might end the stream soon. I mean, I might hang around for a little bit longer, but yeah. Mm. Okay. Meanwhile, still waiting for Assassin of Red. Assassin of Red is... I think I know who it is. I think that's the most case with insta-kills. You never really try to depend on it. Instead, just, think of it as lucky. Yeah, that's the one thing that I was really surprised with Shiki about. Because, for the longest time, right, I didn't know that Shiki had a debuff cleanse on her MP. When I found out, I was surprised. That actually really makes her viable shit as a staller. Because, she has a skill that gains 5k HP. That's a lot, by the way. It's almost, or maybe even more than a third of HP. It's the same skill that Archery has. Does she have any defense up though? I think she has a dodge, right? Cost of 10 MP is not such a big deal. Bright Hilda coming back? Never. Even before she comes back for like this anniversary. The 10% demerit, it is a demerit, and sometimes it does get in the way. Usually, most of the time it won't, but sometimes it's like, I wish I had the MP2. If you get MP2, you basically just, mitigate the whole demerit thing. It's like, fuck the demerit, who cares? I got MP2. But other than that, yeah. Like, same. I prefer Assassin Shiki's skill who trades HP for NP. But a 5k heal is nothing to scoff at. It's really a lot. So, in its own right, is actually really powerful. Yeah, it's 1/3 of her HP. That's basically what I said before. Like when you're like playing a stall team, you'll typically have defense ups to go along with it as well. But like oftentimes I feel, right, defense up is good, but it will never get you the HP that you lost. So that's why heal is really good as well. So you can basically equate a heal to a pseudo defense up in terms of a stall team, because it lets her gain HP that she's lost. Yeah, she really does remove debuffs on NP. It's actually really amazing. Jun Shiki. But Jun removes debuffs eventually anyway. Why would you need that then? I guess it'll be like forever, but NA players might not know that. Best servant versus Tiamat bastards. Oh yeah, so true. Because Tiamat's we'll call them bastards or kids for now, because it's kind of a spoiler. But they have a high high death rate. For now, I guess. So you'll have to wait for like half a year to get Shiki, and then you can, and then you have a whole year worth of Shiki Jun waiver, and then Jun gets her her upgrade. That's a long time. Oh, you son of a bitch. We don't know about the upgrades and stuff like that, because that's certainly just playability. But from what the devs have said, they want to keep the experience as same as the Japanese as possible. So I think they will keep the schedule fairly similar. They might make changes so that they don't have to rush as much, because I know for a fact that at the end of last year, when we were finishing up Solomon, they rushed really hard for that. So they might, yeah, slow down on that. Well, change up the schedule a little bit. Me shaving with a different razor. I'll need to get a different razor first. If you're talking the daily hunting quests on NA, yeah, don't bother, because these are the shitty versions of the quests. And even later on, when you get the new versions of the quests, which is what we have now, it's not all that great. It's so. It's just, yeah, you still never really get what you want. So you'll end up having to spend like heaps and heaps of apples. Or gems, if you want to be like that. Which I really don't suggest. Wow, this music, so nice. Zoom bug? Oh, if you're talking about the one where you click into an image, right? I don't know, actually. I think the general consensus is people like it, so they want to keep it. But I'm not sure. I really don't know. But I hope they keep it. It's really nice. I mean, it's still around, so... It's too hard. Yeah, in the English server, there's a bug where if you click into a card frame, right? Maybe I'll just show you. Great, I gotta load the game. But if you click into the card frame, it basically removes the border from the frame, so you get a frameless picture. It's really nice, actually. How do you utilize that? Against humans. How else are you going to utilize it? That's what the CE says. Damage up against humans, so use it against humans. For the most part, I would say it's probably an easy C to LB. So do that. Then equip it onto your DPS character. You want to keep it onto a servant that does more damage, of course, the most damage. And then just throw it on there and just, you know, do it. I mean, the whole thing with multiplicative buffs also helps. So you want to keep that in mind as well, I guess. And because it's a damage against humans kind of thing, so it will help against, like, if you have more buffs as well with this the servant that's doing damage. Alright. Here you go. Oh. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so see how the card has a frame, right? If I click onto it, there's no frame. So that's the bug that we're talking about. But other than that, yeah, I think everyone likes that, to be honest. Ah! No! Fuck! Whatever. Misplay is misplay. Oh. You'll just have to ask people for that. Are you dead yet? Are you dead yet? Are you dead yet? I hope he dies at this. Oh! Oh! Oh, he didn't die! Bitch! Oh, bitch! Oh, bitch! Oh! Waste of my time! But okay, Herc OP anyway. Fuck. I'm hungry. I see, okay. I don't have any plans in particular. Like, really, like, the only people, like, person I've asked is you. Topics to talk about. We'll discuss it later, but, I'm thinking, right? We should probably, go over, talk about the anniversary first. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. Come on, stupid TV screen. I hate you. I hate you. And time, right? At this current point in time, I'm thinking Saturday. Saturday at night. That's what I'm thinking. Come on. But yeah, like I said, things are still in planning and stuff like that. We still have to talk about it later, so it's better we do it later on. EOR 2. Yeah. Agatha, right? Yeah, I already finished it. I finished it within like, what, 2 weeks or so? Something like that. It was not bad actually. It's quite, like, the challenge was alright. What I really liked though was that one fight where you get the fight running around in the background and shit like that, and where she keeps like invading your fight and shit. That was sick. It's not really a new mechanic though. Like, I really liked the shake-up mechanic from Camelot, I think. No, not Camelot. Babylon. I mean, as much as it is also annoying, it's also like really interesting and kind of fun. So, because you'd have to make a team that would work, no matter how jumbled or messed up it got. Like, it would have been likely that part of your team would have had the switch suit. Yeah, you would have switch suit, and maybe Arjuna. But yeah, hardest between Camelot, Shinjuku, Trip C, and Agatha. I would say before Merlin, Camelot. After Merlin, Camelot is not that bad, I think. So probably Trip C. I think Trip C was pretty hard actually. Like it's a hurdle for most people. Like, if you went and quartzed and command sealed your way to the top, you would not be able to pass Trip C. The trap's not gone. Well, I mean, if you like traps, then just wait for the costume changes, I guess. You can get your sailor uniform Astolfo then. Shinjuku, Agatha seems easier to you, reckon? I thought they were on par actually. I didn't really struggle for either of them. Although that's me, and my account is yeah, pretty, yeah. So I don't think I need to say anything. Oh yeah, Lobo was hard because you didn't have BB at the time. That's why. That's why Shinjuku was hard. I didn't. Whoa. I did struggle against him. I didn't lose though, but he was a pain in the ass. Yeah, the 2-hit dodge per turn, that was annoying. Well, wasn't it 1 hit? But it was really annoying. I kind of mitigated it, like, just by equipping a CE that just ignores dodge altogether. I'm just like, just fuck it, whatever. But I guess in that sense it means it limited my CE options. Until he healed my Avenger Curse and now I love him. Raise the dog. The dog will be your friend. I don't have enough bones to raise his skills though. Yeah, yeah, definitely. If you try to keep in theme with the bond, with the bond theme for the maps, right? You'll definitely get a hard time towards the end of the map. So towards the end, I sort of just like, you know, stopped caring so much about bond and started putting in Mashu and stuff. Because you kind of need to at that point. That's why. Same. We need those Shinjuku altar outfits. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's definitely easier for females. Ah, lore-wise, of course. Yeah. If you don't run Mashu, then yeah. But I really find that Mashu is the best in terms of defense. She just can't get around her defense, man. Yeah, this is the Onigashima theme. Right now I've got running a bunch of OSTs, so from Fate Extra, Trip C, I think, and FGO. Merlin support. Merlin makes everything easy, just like Waver. Definitely. Like, Caster Kill's really good. He's one of the servants that I don't have. Don't worry, you'll get your Merlin gender bend. Eventually. With Proto Merlin. Because we know that'll be Saberface. Well, Proto Merlin is confirmed as a character. Whether it's confirmed as a summonable servant is a different story. Like, I actually honestly did not think that we were gonna get Merlin in the game. And then when he was, I was like, okay, I knew he was gonna be nerfed, but I thought he would be nerfed more than that. Because right now he's just the most broken character in this game. Who's more broken, Waver or Merlin? I would say for general use, Waver, but typically, oh, for damage output it would be Merlin. Oh, that's really hard. I think Merlin is just really good. You never know. People thought Merlin would die in Babylon since it was Grand Caster, and now all of a sudden it's summoned. Yeah, Merlin's a cheat, man. Did you know that? He even says it himself. He's a cheat character. Okay. Me? I'm farming for EXP. Like, no matter what I do, I'm not going to run out of AP, so I'm just gonna keep farming for EXP. Maybe. I'm actually a little bit skeptical about the profits of FGO USA or NA. If you're doing Mana Prism farming, then 30 AP is the best. But I'm actually just EXP farming for EXP. Like, I'm not exactly confident enough to take on 40 AP yet, so that's why I haven't done it yet. Bitch! Wow. Female Merlin could be a quick support. No, man. Gotta get my Custer Skaha. Custer Skaha is dreams. Wait, even with 60 waver and 50 hurt. No, yeah. Exactly. Herc gets one shot by a crit in 40 AP. So, yeah. Mia is a Chinese because he's a faker. I guess you're not wrong. I mean, technically you're not wrong because Japan descended from China. If we're talking about it that way. Just get Jun support and do 40 AP. That'll still take forever though. 40 AP, but your Lancelot's suspecting one-shotted. Good farming servants. Depends. What are you playing? Are you playing NA or are you playing Jap? If you're playing NA, then any AoE Zerk. I think Kiyohime actually is probably the best for right now because she gains NP really fast. And her NP damage is suitable for clearing hands. Oh. Spartacus is good. But I mean, Spartacus is only really good once his strengthening quests come out. Watch, my Herc gonna die. Lancelot plus K-Scope. Who did I draw first, you mean? Or Gacha first? I got Herc first. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's definitely the case. I pulled Herc first, and I pulled Weber. Of course. Ooh. I rerolled a lot. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that I got Wave on my third reroll, but... Oh my god! I am out of stamina! Oh my god! Finally! I can stop playing NA! Oh boy! Okay. Stop playing NA for a while. Was any of you guys that added me? Okay. Okay. Now to the NA server. So the Jap server, I mean. How much? At least 3 or 4 stam bars, something like that. Oh, you missed. Okay. I'm not gonna do 40 AP because I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die like a bitch. There you go. My friend code. Okay. So it's about 12:30 now, so I'm gonna get rid of stamina on my Jap account. Then we'll call it a day there. It's pretty late. Hurry up and add me. Okay. There you go. Summer themes, man. Summer's coming, boys. Alright, anything in particular you guys want to see me do? Or else I'm just going to use it on QP, probably. Part 2 of the rerun. Same. Can? He's a bit hard to use right now. I mean, technically I've got him at best as I possibly could right now. No, I'd have to grail him to get him even better. Yeah, boy, Stoffel. My Astolfo's still level 73. Like 72, 73 or something. I haven't maxed him out yet. I'm gonna wait for EXP from Summer, then I'll max him out. Wow, 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 wow. Urusei, Urusei. Oh. Bro, actually using Angry Mayu properly is a bit hard. Yes. Because, the way things are, right? The way you play cards get a bonus on the third, like, they get a performance bonus, like, depending on where you put them. But that doesn't apply for NP cards. The NP cards don't get their bonus. So in general, you want to put it at the front anyway. Unless you want to put another bonus in front. Because the NP won't get bonuses from... Say if you put a Buster card in front of your NP, right? It won't get that bonus compared to a regular card. And like Quick or Arts, you still won't get that bonus. The only time an NP will get a bonus is when you place it in front of another NP, in which case it gets an extra overcharge by 100%. Overcharge effects vary depending on NPs, so sometimes you want to do that, sometimes you don't. It's situational, depends on what you want. Release that witch. Alright, alright. I'll check it out when I can. But anyway, you wanted to see me use Anger Minu, right? So... Okay. Let's make a team for Anger Minu. Well, this is what I was originally planning with Anger Manu anyway. I probably won't do EXP though. No. Prisma Cosmos for you. Or, no. Not Prisma Cosmos. Damage? Well, he doesn't do damage. Ah, not necessarily. Like, the thing about using Anger Manu, right, in my opinion, from how... Ooh, should I use this? Or should I just have stars? Huh. I mean, I know Avengers have lower stars than casters, but... Tough choice. Maybe I'll just put an attack up CE on him. Just put like quick and arts up CE. Just have some attack up, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah. I have 5 Kaleidos. Okay. I know. I'll do a quest in Fuyuki. No, she can't. She can't actually. We've tried that before. Okay. Who has a 50-point Bonzi? Yes, thank you very much. Okay. So here's how I would imagine playing with Angro Manu, right? I'm just going to do this easy ass quest. I don't claim the mail stuff because I don't need it ASAP. I'll show you what's in there in a second, but it's more storage space that does not expire for a year, so I will use that storage space. Okay. So, in my opinion, right, Angra Mayu's key skill is not actually his last skill, but his second skill. His first skill is just a crit down, so I guess it's handy, but I don't particularly see much benefit from raising it. So I haven't exactly maxed it. But basically, what you want to do is, right, you want to keep an enemy's NP down. So you see how Angro Mayu has the MP Gorge reduction. It's guaranteed, and it also gives a 30% attack debuff. So if you include that with Waver, right, who also has, I think it's 30% defense up. So time them. So when Waver's defense is down, you use Angro Mayu's MP Gorge drop to debuff the opponent to give a 30% attack down. And then combined with Waver's MP Gorge reduction and Talamo's Gorge reduction, you'll basically keep stalling one enemy. So that's my idea of how to use Angro Mayu against a boss. I haven't done it yet against a boss yet, just because I haven't had the chance to. But yeah. Using... sorry. Using Kiritsugu with Angro Mayu is the typical thing you would think of. But in this case, I am not even factoring Angro Mayu's Angra's NP into account. Like, the only thing his NP is doing in terms of this build is gaining back HP. That's all it's doing. And that's all I care about. I don't care if you do damage. This is legit, this is just a stalling team. Like, I don't care if I do damage. I just want to stall the fuck out of you. Maybe I should have done a harder stage so I could show. You'll get Angra as soon as the Fate Zero collab runs around. And he's permanent in the friend point gacha, and that's the only way you can get him, in the friend point gacha. Zero damage. How many tries? I actually got him on the time of release. I had like enough friend points at that point to have 999 on my thing. I don't remember what the exact number is, but I think it's like 200,000 something and more than that. And I rolled a lot. So mine's NP2. I got a second one only a couple of weeks ago. Maybe a month ago or something. And then you do this. Well, I don't need to, but MP3, I see. But yeah, basically, this team is like just substituting Vlad with Angro Manu. And the thing about Vlad is that he has damage, but he doesn't defend your team. Like, this team is basically just a riff of my usual composition that I use. Waver, Tamamo, and Archeria. Because Archeria can do almost the same thing. She has a defense up, and she also has a gorge reduction on her NP. Alright, see ya, dude. So yeah, basically that's just all I intend to do. So just drop an attack down when your defense is down, and then you know just drop your gorge reductions. And Waver does gorge reductions too, so yeah, I mean, I guess that's about it. I mean, I'm thinking of using Angra Mayu a lot more when I get his Bonsi eventually, whenever that is. I don't know when. It'll be sometime. Then you can do this, you know. Like that. Also, I think it's kind of pointless to gain NP on Angro Manu. if you can use someone else's card, you might as well use someone else, because Angro does nothing basically. Angro killed someone by getting stabbed. Nah, I was just kidding. That was Waver. Okay, but that's the general idea that I have behind using Angro Manu for now, anyway. And I'll equip his Bonsi whenever I get it, and that would be for against beasts. So that's the idea. Anyways, back to QP farming. Yeah, like, I'm pretty, like, not happy about the way his third skill is as well. I don't like that it kills him. I mean, like, for flavor-wise, it's nice. And it makes sense all sorts of ways. But I just don't like it gameplay-wise, because it just doesn't work. I can't use him. Unless you use him with Irie, in which case, he will die and come back to life because of Guts. But then, because the Guts is, like, it only gives like what 3k HP at max anyway or something. He'll basically be on a deathbed. So you will have to be like have luck like a god. Literally. And it's a common thing with the way I play, but I hate luck. Anything that has to do with luck, I will try to mitigate it as much as possible. So yeah. I mean that's just personally me. I don't particularly like luck because it's just annoying. Other than that, yeah. That's all I really have to say. Angra Manu's skill, that NP Gorge Drain skill, that's at max that it will drop attack by 30%. I think its cooldown is relatively decent as well, at like 5 or 6 or something, so yeah. Alright, see you later, dude. I'm about to close the stream as well. Is that one of the lowest attack debuffs in the game? What do you mean by lowest? As in, it'll debuff it the most? Or it's the smallest debuff that you could apply? In which case, it's not the smallest. It's actually pretty hefty. 30% is actually a lot. I don't know about the lowest attack debuffs, because I haven't really looked into the attack debuff amounts all that much. I mean, really, the lowest would be skill 1, but at max skill, I don't know. I mean, we get debuffs that are like 10% and stuff from NPs. I know Shuten's NP does that, but Shuten's NP does like a shitload of debuffs, so it's kind of excusable. Okay. Anyways, I think it's about time that I wrapped up the stream there. Okay. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I did not realize that well, I didn't expect that a discussion stream could go on for this long, I guess. If you guys just wanted to chat. Anyways, spoofing off of this, me and Tokiri, he's just left the stream. We are planning to do a podcast, so it's all in just plans right now. But we're thinking about, I'm thinking about starting next week, Saturday maybe. Still in the works for stuff like that, and we'll do like a podcast. We'll just we'll have topics in mind and we'll talk about that. And we'll probably have a section where you guys can ask us stuff and related to the topics, of course, and then we'll just talk about that on stream for like maybe an hour or two. But yeah. If you guys have any topics you would like us to discuss on that, just drop them down in the comments below when this video is uploaded, I guess. And I guess that's it. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Should I like and subscribe to my channel or Tokiri's channel? Click on his YouTube name over there. And yeah, thanks again. And I will see you guys soon. I'll be playing Tales of Zestiria on Thursday, and Bosta will be streaming Assassin's Creed tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Alright, thanks guys. See ya. Bye my homies.